Well, howdy friends, and welcome to the New American map and my historical Let's Play, starting now with my homecoming. Yep, I'm in my Ford convertible. We're somewhere around the late 1950s, and me and my trusty Ford are going to Uncle Walter's farm in this fine July morning. Well, if I manage to remember exactly what it is, should be somewhere around here. Now, Uncle Walter is getting too old. There's a trend towards modernization, more tractors, more modern implements, new combines. Wait, I think this is the place. Yep. I should probably turn right here. And, this month could have been better, but couldn't find anything more appropriate. Anyway, I'm visiting the farm. The map, as I said, is the New American. You can find that on ModHub, but the whole point here is to turn it into the Old American. And what's that, you might ask? Well, I'll explain very soon. Well, welcome home, I'd say. Farmer's Market. Yep, this is the right place, I think. A bit dizzy here. It's been a very long drive from St. Louis to Uncle Walter's farm here at the Ozarks. And, yep, here we are, exactly as I remember it. Sunset Farm. Oh, it's like it hasn't been a day. And there's Uncle Walter himself. Now let me stop the car and say hi. So, folks, here's Uncle Walter's farm from above. Now, if you played the New American map, this is the starter farm plot, but heavily modified so that we returned, let's say, a few decades ago. It's a big plot, but only a small part of it is being used. There's this cattle enclosure, but it seems like Uncle Walter doesn't have any cows anymore. These fields, these 6 fields, which were originally 2 but divided into more pieces for easier farming, are what we have here. One's already been harvested. We got soybeans, corn, and sorghum growing, as well as grass here. The aim is to get some beef cattle. Sorry folks, not used to flying. That was a bit rough. Here we've got some sheds, basic silo, a garden. Everything's dead here. Small chicken coop. And here are the main implements that Uncle Walter and his kids, my cousins that is, Al and Lily, have been using. They've got the John Deere Model A, Uncle Walter's old tractor. We got a Farmall, we have an Alice, and a Trail Combine. We have some grass working equipment, a weeder, a seeder. I'm sure there were other things right here. Whoops. Yep. a hay wagon, an animal trailer, a roller, and there we go, a planter, and a fertilizer spreader. Now, our goal here is to help Uncle Walter modernize his farm, to make some money, to get some newer tractors, and to get one of them new self-propelled combines, because using this thing here is frustrating as hell. So, let's stop flying and get started. Well, folks, work has started. Now, Cousin Al is using the John Deere and this sickle bar mower to mow the grass field, get some hay, so we can buy some cattle. Although collecting the hay will be a bit rough. We don't have a baler, but we have a backup plan. Meanwhile, Cousin Lily here is using the Alice. Oh, that's a noisy tractor. Hope you can hear me well. And old small harrow to get this field ready for planting. Maybe we'll plant some wheat for our chickens. Yeah, and the rest can be done next year. And in the meantime, hi, Uncle Walter. No worries. Everything's under control. Meanwhile, I'll take this farmall and I'll get to the store to get some fertilizer and seeds for this poor dead garden. Maybe some wheat for the chickens as well. Now let's see what we've got here. Food. Well, they have enough food for now. And I think Uncle Walter mentioned that he has some wheat here stored in the silo. Oh yeah, this will be more than enough. So, you folks don't have to see every moment of our farm work around here. So, I'll get back to you later, I guess. Okay, folks. Work's proceeding here. We exchanged tractors. Now Cousin Al has the farmall with 3-point hitch, tedding the grass field with the new tether we got, while I took the John Deere, which, you know, maybe not the best option for driving around because it's the slowest tractor. But I thought, since we already have the pasture grass and the hay will be ready soon, might as well go and buy, a bull and a cow to start our beef cattle operation. Now, this will take some patience, so I guess I'll be with you in a while. Okay, we got ourselves 2 Angus cattle. As far as I know, they're the only realistic beef cattle breed for this location and time. Don't forget, we're supposed to be in the late 50s or something. We have a cow and a young bull. Now, is there a term for a young bull that I'm sure there is. But first of all, I'm not an expert in livestock, and also English isn't my native language, so yeah. If any human being ever watches this, feel free to enlighten me. Now, the bull has some really good stats, the cow not so much. And now I'm saying stats because I'm using the well, genetics, I guess I should say. I'm using the livestock mod, my arrow, just to make things more interesting and see how it works. Of course, I turned off, or at least I hope I've turned off, animal deaths, which, yeah, you can say is a bit of cheating, but yeah, it kind of affects me. One of my cats passed away a few months ago, and, you know, starting the next day and seeing one of your animals have died or something, yeah, it's a bit stressful. For some reason, of course, this is just a game, but anyhow. Now, we're back at the farm after what seemed like an eternity. And once I find the entrance to the pasture, because I have the interactive, what you call them, markers switched off, I'll put these two in the pasture. And here they are, guys. We've got Cletus, excellent genetics, like I said, and Dorothy, average, and low health. Now this is a bit disconcerting, but okay. Branding, I never noticed that before. But anyhow, some codes. This is a bit anachronistic, I guess, for the time period, but anyhow, we have to continue working. And here we are again, folks. This time I'm driving the Alice, trying to finish the cultivating the field here. This is extremely slow. This is slower than a plow, but yeah, what can you do? It's an old implement. And Cousin Lily stopped, so yeah, time to clear the course plate route. She had some problems with the headlamps, apparently. Not sure why. Maybe she needed more headlamps. Maybe she was blocked by the trees. Anyhow, but there are some pieces here that she didn't manage to do. Not sure why. Anyway, I'm going to finish this. Now, Cousin Lily and Cousin Al have gone home for the day, but I'm here. I'll finish this cultivation, and I'll also rake the hay. Now let's see the weather forecast here. Yep, no rain expected till September, so if it gets too dark, I guess we can do the raking tomorrow. Well, next month technically, in game. But it's July, right? So there should be plenty of light till late in the day. So yeah, we'll see. I'll come back to you with an update. Okay, so windrowing is going on. I'm missing a few bits here and there, obviously, but otherwise I think it's going well. I'm missing some more bits over here, but yeah, it's a nice mod though, although this wheel here is moving a bit erratically. Oh, and I managed to destroy some crops here. What is it, soybeans? Well, I hope Uncle Walter won't realize that. Thankfully, he's too old to visit the fields every day. So yeah, I'll tell the cousins not to mention anything about that. And now, with the windrowing, well, more or less complete, even though it's very poor windrowing, I have to say, we're going to try and collect the hay to feed our cattle. Now, as to how, well, Uncle Walter doesn't own a baler. There aren't any period appropriate baler mods. Of course, I might improvise a bit, but we're going to go very old school here. We have this wooden trailer, the shovel, and we'll try to load the hay that way. This tractor is noisy, which is a good thing. I mean, it's an old tractor, and well, it's a bit of a monster for this time period because it has, wow, 48 horsepower. Now that's huge compared to the other ones, but still, it's a bit noisy for recording, I guess. Now, this shovel has obviously been messed with because it's the version that can fit 800 liters here, but yeah, I know that's a bit cheaty and it's not the way I'm doing things usually, but oh god, this playthrough is already frustrating as it is. I mean, well, why start it? You might ask if you find it frustrating. Well, shoveling hay is not exactly the best part of this. Plus, as you might know, okay, now we don't have any hay appearing in the shovel, but yeah, don't know if that's a problem with the mod or a mod conflict. I get it with trailers from time to time. Anyhow, now using hand tools in farming simulator is very frustrating, as you know. So yeah, I hope you'll excuse me this small lack of realism. Otherwise, it would have taken hours to gather all the hay from this field. Well, it will still take a long time. Oh, what do we have here? I have to look at the numbers. 600. Yep, I guess it's full. Yeah. Oh god. So, I guess 4 shovel loads per windrow, and of course, this tiny trailer will be full. Yep. Oh dear. Now let's leave our shovel around here. Let's take the Alice again and let's go feed the cows. Well, you don't have to see all this, but I'll get back to you when I'm done. Now, good morning, folks. Oops. Forgot to set the speed back to normal because it kind of took me. Well, it became dark, so I had to stop picking the grass. Now let me throw that in with the rest. Yep. And get up early and finish. So yeah, I told Uncle Walter that, Christ, this isn't a normal method to gather hay. Of course, it's frustrating, and it is, like I said, hand tools in Farming Simulator are really not great to use. I also asked him to borrow some money from the neighbors, so we set up this shed here to store the excess hay for the cattle. And I decided that we're going to cultivate that grass field over there. Whoops, this isn't working very properly. We're going to cultivate the grass field and turn it into an arable field. And we'll create a much smaller grass field somewhere here in the yard. Maybe cut down 2 or 3 trees as well to make some extra space. Plus, we have enough hay right now for our cattle. Definitely. Yeah, so that's the next move. Oops. Let me unload the shovel here. Keep it close somewhere, because we'll definitely need it to get some extra, load some extra hay when it's time to feed the cattle again. So anyway, I'll leave this trailer right here with the other one. And I guess, do I have enough material for a new episode? Oh, look here are chili peppers and our spring onions. Stop stepping on them, you idiot. Yep, sure. They are, well, it looks like the chili peppers are, no. Okay, they're hanging from the bush for a moment there. I thought they were levitating, but nope, everything looks okay. And we already have 2 pallets ready. Now, this doesn't seem like it's too much, I guess, especially bearing in mind the expenditure of putting seeds and solid fertilizer there in the greenhouse. But if we judge that this garden plot is too overpowered, well, we'll replace it with a greenhouse. It makes sense. So back in the Alice, I think I'll stop recording for this episode right here, and I'll see you in the next episode, because our sorghum is ready to harvest, and we'll do some old school harvesting. Yep, so for the moment, FarmCat signing out.